If you're developing devices and applications for the Internet of Things, chances are that at some point you're going to have to develop for a Snapdragon. This chipset from Qualcomm is one of the most popular used chips in today's mobile devices, which is why I'm speaking with Mike Ruiz from Intrinsyc, who's going to explain why their dev kits are for you. Mike, Snapdragon. Snapdragon has such a big market share. It's got such a big mind share. Why is that? Why is it such a popular platform to develop for?
Because it's very powerful. You can do visual analytics. You can do 4K video. You can do 4K capture. It's just a very powerful processor for the embedded market and IoT market.
What is different about the embedded market? So when we start talking about moving out of, say, mobile devices, where we know a lot of Snapdragon processors are being used, into embedded devices dedicated to use on the Internet of Things, what changes? What additional development skills do you need?
You need typically nothing really changes. It's virtually the same, but on the Snapdragons that we're providing, the development kits that we're providing, the one big change between the mobile phone and ours is there is no cellular. So that's the first fuses are burnt, so there is no cellular access. Now that doesn't mean that you can't add a cellular module. Definitely, we've done that for customers, but typically it's just a development kit, strictly embedded. Same, you don't need any special skills to develop using this.
Mike, could you take me through the lineup? Because you've got an impressive array of devices here on the table. What dev kits would be for what types of developers?
Sure. So let's start off with our wearable. This is for a reference design wearable camera. It's one of our customers is a law enforcement customer. They're taking this reference design and actually customizing it to mount on a lapel pin. So that's pretty cool. So that's what we're showing off here at the show. The other development kits we're showing are 410 development kits, more for general embedded, and our flagship, or Qualcomm's flagship product, is the 820 based development kit, really famous for being in the Samsung smartphone. So we're also showing off not a development kit, but an end product, which is a 3D display. We created the drivers in Android to actually run this 3D display. And then we're also showing off our drone flight module. So this is based on a Snapdragon 800, and it's used for the UAV market. Drones, so it has two cameras, one running forward and one on the ground, or one to actually, for elevation purposes, so for collision avoidance and things like that. Make sure you don't drop it and falls on the ground, so it knows, it learns to actually not, run the propellers and actually keep it floating. So, yep.
I love seeing this variety, but there are going to be people out there who are just getting into the development field, and they're going to see an array of devices like this, and they're going to wonder, well, where do I start? How do I look at development? When would I need something as small as this? When would I need something as big as this Snapdragon development kit? Sure. What's the breakdown? Where do you come in as a developer?
When you come in as a developer, you have to determine, well, if it's a wearable, you want to go small. So, and you want to go low power. So you would probably start with the 410 kit. We also have new products that are coming online, hopefully in the next 6 months, that we'll be able to announce that are going to be even smaller than this. But this is where you would start. If it's more of a AR, VR, virtual reality goggles, you'd probably start with the bigger development kit because you have more real estate. So that's really, in a nutshell, how you would determine which one to start with.
Mike, thank you very much. That's great food for thought. If they wanted to find out more about Intrinsyc, more about the dev kits, more about what it takes to develop for Snapdragon, where can they go?
RNTRINSYC.com.
There you have it, folks. If you're looking to develop your embedded device, your choice is Intrinsyc.